increase and say that the starting point will be earlier than 8 o'clock?
Okay, thank you. Can we have Mike come up first for your minute of speech? Starting ready.
Hi, I'm Mike and I'm a second year student. I'm currently the off-campus rep for QLSU, so I know what it's like to represent students and fight for their position. If I was elected to be the Open Portfolio Officer, I have 3 main aims. The first of these is to make sure that the SU stands for what you want it to be. So I want to consult you to make sure the food offered, the services offered, the entertainment offered, and the other services are what you want it to be. Secondly, I want to make sure that the accommodation both on and off campus is suitable for everyone. So I know there's been a few problems recently on campus with the laundress and the internet, and off campus with housing, landlords and transport. So I want to try and improve them and make sure everyone can have a decent level of services and accommodation, whether they live in the Kiel bubble or outside it. The third and final point is I meant to be a link between the students and the elected officers, so I want to make sure they keep focused.
Sorry, time's up.
Okay, thank you.
Sorry.
Hi, I'm Joseph Gribbin. I'm a second year philosophy student here at Kiel University. I'm currently Secretary of Philosophy Society. I have some experience doing volunteering in the union, but not much beyond that. I guess the reason I'm running for a portfolio is because I want to engage myself with student politics, and I want to make sure that the machinations of it all run smoothly as possible, which I feel that in some ways this year they have been lacking. I don't feel it's appropriate for my position to have any kind of comprehensive policy agenda, but I'm looking forward to supporting the other SABs with their work next year, and hopefully do the best I can. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Do you have any questions for Open Court from Iyad?
Sorry. This is for all the candidates. The position of Open Portfolio Officer is quite ill-defined. How do you interpret your role?
Can we have Joseph first, please?
The way I understand the role is that whereas the other officers have a particular area of expertise and influence, the Open Portfolio Officer works in, can try and think of the word, can't quite think of it, but they can move between areas and help the other SABs with whatever needs doing.
Thank you, Mike.
I have a similar understanding. I mean, you have VP Welfare, VP Education, VP AU and Sport, and mostly the Open Portfolio is being able to go between all of the roles that the SABs do and just help out in each one when they need it and just focus on different areas at different times.
Thank you very much. Any more questions?
Yeah, this one's for all the candidates again. How will you hold the sabbatical officers to account?
Can we have Mike first, please?
Well, I sit on the committee with them, and I want to make sure that any judgments that are made that I'm okay to let the student body know about, I do, and that if any student has an issue with something that's going on, to be the link between the student and the elected officer. I mean, I'll still be a student in this role, so I'll know what concerns the students have, and I'll also know the concerns what the elected officers have, so I'll be able to go between both of them.
Thank you. And Trustee Jones? Are we done already? Yeah. Sorry. Yeah, sorry.
Well, I can only really give a very similar answer as I hope I can act as a bridge between the student body and the elected officers. And yeah, I sit on the executive committee with them and have a vote on that, so I can take what's in those meetings and take them to the student body.
Thank you. Any more questions?
Yeah, for both the candidates again. The Open Portfolio Officer can feel downtrodden and ignored. How will you rally yourself for the flight ahead? first, please.
Well, I love being downtrodden and ignored. It's really the only way I work or function. But, no, I feel like it all depends on how readily you throw yourself into the role. And I'm going to try as hard as I can to be a positive influence. And you know, if I fail in that, well, let's not talk about that. But yeah, I'm just going to try as hard as I can to have as much influence as I can. Yeah.
Thank you.
Again, I have to give a very similar answer, and I think just being visible, being on Facebook, being on Twitter, being around campus is really the key to getting involved and not being someone that is basically there just for the decorations.
Thank you. Any more questions?
Yeah, just one question for each of the candidates left. So this one's for Mike. In your manifesto, you say you would engage the student body using social media. What do you mean by this?
Well, I mean, as a current VP Welfare done very successfully, I want to be an active role on Facebook and Twitter, so promoting all the different events that QLSU has to offer, asking for any questions, any advice, seeing if people want advice, and just really putting myself out there, like checking it daily, seeing if it's something I can help with, just everything like that, really.
Okay, and this one's for Joseph. In your manifesto, you mentioned supporting reasonable spending decisions within on-campus accommodation. What would you suggest needs to be improved in this area?
Well, I mean, so I see my role as more supported by the candidates, and I think there are a number of proposals for policies in this area that candidates, particularly for VP positions and for president, that I think are very good. I'm reluctant to support any of them at the moment because they belong to particular candidates, but I would say things like, I don't want to sound like I'm stealing them either, but things like more fridges in on-campus accommodation, I think that's a good thing. I think more keel card top-up points is something that's needed. I think there was one proposal for change machines in the laundromats, which I think is, you first hear that, it sounds silly, but I think that's a good proposal. Things like that, more reasonable decisions than some of the ones I think are being made at the moment.
Thank you. No more questions for me yet?
No more questions.
Okay, before we carry on, can I ask anyone on the right side of the audience, that's you guys over there, if you have any questions on a piece of paper, please pass it to Andy Hartley or Joe if you see them, to send going on the camera, if that's possible. Thank you. Next up, can we have Polly, please?
Hello everyone, it's good to see you all here. I've been asked to pass on a message that TC is here today, so that's why she can't be here. Now, for anyone who doesn't know me, my name is Paulie. I'm working for Health Students Appeal. And I want to run for the position of student trustee because I feel it's important to hold the unit account. And being involved with a lot of students already, I know what you want and I listen to the students. So I feel it's really important to foster good practice and good guiding principles in a sense. And yeah, that's it.
Do you have any questions for me, Anne?
Yep, just one question. On the QLSU election website, most candidates have a blurb and picture of them that they submitted. Neither of the student trustees have these. How do you account for this lack?
I feel it's because of the lack of the definition in the role. It's more to hold the union account, so the role is not one way to put forward your own ideas, and it's not really, you can't really offer your own ideas, it's to listen to students and just make sure things go as the students want.
Thank you. No more questions?
No more questions from the floor. Sorry, one more.
Just got a question in.
they're just getting it. What's your understanding of the role of a trustee?
Well, my understanding, I'm not sure it's correct, but it's to make sure, it's to hold the units account and to make sure money isn't wasted, and to keep an eye on everything that's happening in the union, and feedback to the students.
Thank you.
No more questions.
Brilliant. Thank you, everyone. You guys are free to get off the stage now.